Good morning there, Year 3. Welcome to your guided reading lesson today. Okay, so before we begin, I have given you a little extract from the Firework Maker's Daughter. And what I'd like you to do is read this, and I want you to then find evidence in the text to create a picture, so to describe the character of the king. What words here tell you what the king was like? And I can see a couple of words that will really give you that information. So you'll need to be that retriever again, looking through, see if you can find those words to describe the character of the king. Then underneath on your worksheet, you might want to write a short description, and if you want to, you could draw a picture. Do that now for me. Okay, so let's move on to today's lesson. So our lesson today, our learn objective is to retrieve key information from the text. And to be successful with this, you're going to need to read a question carefully, pick out the keywords, scan the text to locate the keywords, use the reading before and after strategies that I showed you yesterday, and copy down the exact quotes from the text. So remember, what does Rex Retriever do? Well, he helps you to retrieve and record information and identify key details from fiction and non-fiction. So remember, he's there to help you find those key pieces of information to help you build up that picture. Okay, and he helps you by looking through the text for a specific answer. Remember, when you're doing a retrieval question, you can just pull the answer out of the text. It's there, okay? You just have to find it. So he might ask you questions such as, what is the name of the main character? Which part tells you? Where or when is the story set? How do you know? How does the main character behave, or speak, or look? What do you think is happening in this part of the story? Who is telling this story? How do you know? And if we remember that those are those types of questions that are retrieval questions, it will help you when you need to answer your questions. And today we've got some questions. Now I've put this piece of text onto your worksheet. So I'm going to read it to you, and I'm going to read the question. We're going to do there's 3 questions, and we're going to do them together. Okay, so let me begin. Well, we're looking for, I'm just going to stop myself there. We're looking for one item that the rats gnawed on. So what we need to do when we're looking through is we need to find that one item. So that is what we're looking for, one item that the rats gnawed on. Okay. Newtown is a sleepy little town upon the Solent shore. Although it's sleepy now, it was once very noisy. Well, what made the noise? Rats. The place was infested with them that nobody wanted to live there. There wasn't a barn, a room, or a cupboard that the rats hadn't eaten their way into. The rats gnawed, that's the word we're looking for. The rats gnawed on every wheel of cheese. That's one item. We've got that, so we can write that down. And bag of sugar. Even the wooden barrels of wine and beer were not safe. The rats would chew a hole into the barrel and lower themselves down into the liquid while holding onto another rat's tail. So we underlined there one item. I keep pointing at my screen and realising you can't see it. We've got one item that the rats gnawed. So we found rats and gnawed. Those are the 2 key words that we needed. And here is one item, a wheel of cheese. You could have had a bag of sugar, a barrel of wine, or a barrel of beer. Okay. So let's go on then. However, the rats did something even worse. They squeaked, shrieked, hurried and scurried so loudly that the people of Newtown couldn't hear themselves think. They also couldn't get a wink of sleep. Every mother across the town had to keep watch over her baby's cradle all night long to stop a big, ugly rat from running across the poor baby's face. Okay, so the next question, it's asking you, and I'm going to get you to answer it first, and then we're going to check it together. What were the people of Newtown not able to do? And it tells to tick 2. How many does it want you to tick? 2. Excellent. So you have these 4 options: stand guard, sleep and rest, hear themselves think, leave town. You need to find that information in that piece of text there. Okay, find your 2 items. Pause the video, off you go. Okay, so we had to look for the word Newtown and not able to do. And how many were we ticking? We were ticking 2. Brilliant. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to find the word Newtown and what they couldn't do. People in Newtown couldn't hear themselves think, brilliant. So that is one of ours. And they also couldn't get a wink of sleep. And they had to keep watch over their baby. I'm going to go for hear themselves think, sleep and rest. Did you get the same? Brilliant. Okay. Now the last one, you're going to need both parts of the text there to help you. So here we need to tick one. Oops, showed you already. Tick one box in each row to show whether the statement is true or false. So the rats lowered themselves into barrels of oil. It wasn't oil, was it? Go back and check what it was. Did you get it? So was that true or false? It was false. Now, I'd like you to pause the video here and answer these last 3 questions, whether it's true or false. Pause the video. Have a go at that now. Okay, so mothers stayed up all night to look after their babies? Yes, they did, because they didn't want a big ugly rat running across them. The rats would eat loaves of bread. We didn't see that. They ate cheese and they ate sugar and the wine and the beer, but no bread was mentioned. The rats moved quietly round the town. They made loads of noise, didn't they? Okay, so now we're going to move on to our reading part today. So I've got some vocab that I'm going to teach to you, and then you're going to have a go at reading your piece of text and then answering the questions. So the word hauled, it's a verb. And in the book quote, it says, the guards hauled Lila and Chulak out of the courtyard. And the definition is to pull or drag with effort and force. So it's just one syllable, hauled. He hauled his bike through the mud. And the synonyms are drag, pull, heave and tug. He dragged his bike through the mud. He heaved his bike through the mud. He tugged his bike through the mud. And the antonyms, the opposite words, are push and shove. So when you're hauling something, you're pulling it. When you're pushing it away, that's the antonym for it. And the other one is competitor. Now, competitor is a noun. And in the book, it quotes that is all the other competitors will know. Now, a competitor, the definition of that is a person who takes part in a contest or competition. So it has 4 syllables. Competitor. Competitor. The competitors are lined upon the starting line. Now, the synonyms for that word are contestant, contender, challenger, participant, entrant. So the entrants lined up on the starting line, the contestants lined up on the starting line, the challengers lined up on the starting line. And our antonyms, the opposite words, are spectator, observer, and non-competitor. So now, children, you're going to read this part of the text, and then you're going to answer these questions. Pause the video, do that now. Okay, now you're going to read this part of the text and this part. Answer these questions for me. Pause the video, do that now. Okay then, so you've answered your questions now. I've just got a couple more questions for you to answer and then we're done. So what does Rex Retriever help you to do? What sort of question might he ask? And how can you make sure you get full marks on the question? I have loved working with you today, Year 3, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Take care now. Bye.